do not give up, for I have called you to a purpose greater than you can see. Every trial you face, every obstacle in your path is refining you, molding you into the person I created you to be. Your pain is not in vain, for it is through your perseverance that you will find your greatest strength. Rise up, child of God, for you are not defeated.
Yeah. I think we're doing it right. Alright, so I took a little trip to an Airbnb, and it's like a cool little Scandinavian cabin vibe. It's pretty sick. It's in like the middle of freaking nowhere in Virginia, Fort Royal. So I thought this was like automated, but I have to make it myself. So I've never done this before. So you have to set a fire in this thing. I'm reading the directions. I think I'm doing all right. So you have something instead of start with small pieces of wood. So I put small pieces in there. We're going to let those catch on fire, and then we got some big logs. So I hope we're doing this right. We will see. And it takes like 90 minutes to warm up, and then I'll get some aesthetic clips in the fireplace. But it's pretty cool. I mean, I think I'm doing it right. I'll give you guys a tour of the crib here in a little bit. I did like a little B-roll montage, but this was like a 2-hour drive from where I live at, so I figured it'd be I like doing trips like this, decompress, get closer to God. I got a new Bible, so I'm gonna show you guys that here in a little bit too. But yeah, show you guys a little tour of the crib. So it's supposed to be a Scandinavian type of like house build. So there's like circular windows. It's pretty cool, pretty view. Little fire pit down there, bunch of firewood. Brought the Raptor out. Beautiful view. We're up pretty high. Like, I don't know how far you'll be able to see, but like my ears popped literally going up the mountain every time driving up here. Almost flew off the road because it's still like icy. But yeah, that's the crib. Very small, but it's a cool vibe. I want to build something like this on the Elysium Gym property. I think that'd be fun. Figured we'd make some pancakes. I was gonna do a live commentary, but I forgot. So yeah, just use rice, kibby, protein, code Alex with some chocolate Fairlife. Tasted really good. You'll see. I'm gonna blame this on the B&B. The pans there were not good because look how it turned out. This is my pre-workout meal before we go to the gym. Oh no! I burnt it.
Could be all it is you need, 'cause we are trying to find a way to feel. If I could sleep, I'd dream of what we'd be, but I can feel you slip further from me. Oh, it makes it hard to be when you are all that I want, but don't have. And I'll run into the sea, follow this heart that escapes me. It escapes me, and I'm lost. Forget me, all I was and become everything. All I
Alright, so I know a lot of people, especially even Greg's been asking me what is my testosterone results. I got my blood work done about a month ago, I think. Got the results 2 weeks ago, I think, and since then I've lowered my dose. So, because I know everyone wants to know, what are your testosterone levels? I'm still yet to go over like my full blood work panel with them. I have to make an appointment to the doctor I go to in Maryland to go basically have them go over all of my stuff with me. But I had a full complete panel and all that done. But the main thing I wanted to know is like, yo, as soon as you guys find out my testosterone levels, give me a call, because I want to make like, I want to know first off so I can lower my dose if I have to, like I said I would if it came back too high. So we were at 1,500, right around 1,500 nanograms per deciliter was my testosterone levels, which is a little bit higher than I would want. I was hoping to be closer to that like 11-ish, 100 range. So I lowered it by 50 milligrams. So now I'll be taking 150 milligrams a week. I'm hoping that's like a solid area to be at. I'm assuming it should, you know, I'll stay at that. I've been on it for about 2 weeks now, two and a half weeks now. And then in about 8 weeks, I will get my blood work again. And then we'll see where it is at then, and we will do it accordingly. I don't know if this plays into it at all, but I did have my like my injection, the 100 milligrams, because I knew I was doing 100 the night before my blood work. I had my blood work done fasted in the morning after that. I don't know if that plays into it at all, but yeah, lowering it by 50. I honestly been still feeling like pretty good off of being on 150 the last 2.5 weeks. So yeah, I mean, that's it. I know Greg will probably want to make a video on that, going over it, because he was saying 200 was too high. And again, it can be 100% for some people. And like, as I literally said I was going to do, if my blood results came back too high, I was going to lower the dose. That's what I'm doing. Some people were asking like side effects and whatnot. I personally don't feel like I've been having any negative side effects. The only thing I can think of, which I already had a little bit of beforehand, is maybe a little bit more like oily, like my back. Like I'll have like 1 or 2 like bad pimples now and then, but it's really nothing like I can't manage. Just got some like, was it benzoyl proc? I forgot what it's called, like penoxyl I think it is, and that's like already helping clear it up. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to make this too long. Again, I'm not trying to promote TRT. I'm not trying to do any of that. I just know that people have been asking like what my results at, and I want to be transparent, open with you guys as a content creator. So I'm telling you guys how I'm dropping it down now to 50 more milligrams. So I'm taking less than I was, but still feeling good. This video was from today, so I think we still look good. I don't think 50 milligrams is gonna make my physique look different. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's it. I don't know if you were interested in that. Other than that, back home today, had a little, you know, the trip you guys saw at the Airbnb was a good time. I like taking trips like that to kind of decompress and just like still working, making content and whatnot, but it's just like I like having changes of scenery. I think it's good. I myself am very introverted. I don't like getting out much, so I like experiencing like nature and being kind of away from everybody for a little bit. So that was a good time. I definitely did enjoy it. Yeah, and then I got another trip coming up here soon. This weekend we're going to Orlando for my Inner Circle group. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like my coaching thing. It's not as much physique coaching, but it's me teaching people how I grew and monetized my social media over the last 5 years. Basically a whole entire group of people networking, all making content together. It's a community as well as it is like people having direct access to me and learning like my own like tips and tricks of what I've learned, how to not only grow my socials but how to grow businesses by leveraging your social media. So if you're interested in that, you can just go on Instagram and DM me the word brand, and me or my team will reach out. I like putting this in every video because it's been doing so well lately. We had a record last month with the most amount of people who have joined, and it's becoming one of my mainstream things I'm doing right now. I'm hopping on calls, one-on-one calls all day with people in the group. So if you want to leverage your social media and get into it and you know, monetize it, potentially make it into our own personal brand, then hit me up over there. Again, it's an investment. It is a business for me, but when I can combine a business with something I genuinely love doing while seeing people actually have real results, which they are having, we have multiple wins and whatnot, it's fun. That's like the main thing I'm focusing on this year. We do meetups every single month. It's a really good time. So we have that this weekend. I got a huge crib in Orlando we're all going to. We're gonna go to Universal together, make content, have a dinner. It's a good time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, how I've been doing this in like light, like I'm doing so much better, dude. Being back home has been like honestly game changer for me. It's been the best to reset, getting closer to God again. Like I started listening to worship music like all the time now. Started getting a lot closer to God again, which has been like really, really fulfilling. Like it's the best thing ever when you can genuinely have like a relationship with God and like feel Him, and it's even amplified now because I had such a period where I was getting far from God and kind of crashing out a bit. As you guys know, if you've been watching my videos like the last few months when I was in Nashville and I wasn't doing good, like spiritually and mentally, I have so much more like, it's so much more emotional now because I just understand more and more about God and like how much grace He has and how much mercy He has and how I'm so undeserving of like His love. And the fact that he still continues to love me time and time again when I have periods where I choose to depart from him, and he's just like waiting with open arms, waiting for me to come home like a loving father would. And then when I do, it's just like there's no sense of guilt or shame. There's just love. It's even more. It's like I'm grateful for the times, for the valleys, especially in your spiritual life, because it makes you appreciate that much more, like how loving is. Like when you're really close to God, it's like you sometimes tend to not remember how it feels when you first are like saved or whatnot, because you're so used to that like mountain, that peak. So when you go back into a valley again and you struggle for a while, and then you come back home to God again and get back on that mountaintop, it's like, wow, like you realize how much God truly loves you and how redeemed you are. Like that's my word for the year. Someone commented on my picture on Instagram. They asked me like, what is one thing I feel like God is like speaking to me this year? And for me, it's redemption. I really just feel completely redeemed, even from my shortcomings, and I feel God working on me again, and it's just an amazing feeling. I hope you guys all get to experience that for yourself at some point. Been watching a new church that I highly recommend you guys go watch, 2819, Pastor Philip. It's in Atlanta, Georgia. Such an amazing pastor. I can genuinely listen to him. I don't get bored. It's really good. I recommend that. But yeah, that's it. I don't want to make this video too long. Code Alex, Young LA, and Rise. Love y'all. Thank you for rocking me. Check out Elysium as well. Until next time. Peace out.